Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Dad v Girls After Hours, episode 40.
Yay!
I'm here with my co-host, Sarah.
You're here with Sarah, who takes control. You are just backseat driving.
Yeah, so obviously I've mentioned a few times that in the comments it's always like really nice stuff about you and people just taking the piss out of me. I saw someone write a comment in there saying, let's show some appreciation for Joel, like this comment, and it got 0 likes.
Oh,
Well, he got 1 from me.
oh.
I honestly was cracking up and crying and dying inside all at the same time. It was a roller coaster of emotions.
Oh,
That's nice that no one liked it.
you poor thing.
Oh God. But yeah.
Everyone loves you, really.
Yeah.
I think it's just like become a fun thing.
My mum loves me. That's all that matters.
Oh no, she
No,
don't.
she ain't even like me.
No, she don't. But someone out there does.
Sarah always does this thing that really gets on my nerves, which I have to keep telling her off
Breathing.
about. Yeah. Just existing. Oh
Like,
God. Why are you just
Sarah,
there?
oh.
Every time I turn around, you're there. No, you do this thing, right? And it really, really irritates me.
What is that?
What did I just tell you off about just before we started the podcast?
Oh, because I always we'll go through what we're going to talk about today, and then I made a little joke, and you're like, "Save it for the camera."
I don't talk like that. But
I think you kind of did.
she does it because obviously, as you guys know,
I can't help being funny. It's spontaneous. It just slips off the tongue. That's how it works when
Yeah.
you're naturally so funny.
No, I know how it works because I am that person.
Well, I've never had to tell you.
No, because I save it. Like so just to put some context to this. So obviously we film our Dad v Girls studio videos and obviously the podcast, right? So when we're setting up cameras, we're sitting there, she'll say something relatively funny.
Oh,
I wouldn't say
yeah.
really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone will laugh. And I'm like, why didn't you just save that for the podcast or for when
My
we're
brain
filming the
doesn't
video?
work like that. I just thought of it and I
Because
just
I'm like, that's
say
good
it.
content.
Yeah, but
Even
I
though
just
most of the
say
time it's
it.
at my expense. I'm like, say it on camera.
Oh, I just say it.
Yeah. Noise.
Well, although your Halloween outfit was at my expense, you
Yeah.
dressed as me.
Brilliant.
It
I
actually
honestly-
was so funny. You actually always have quite good ideas of Halloween. I'm not creative, so I actually hate that video because I'm not good at it. And I had the smallest budget, so I think I did pretty well as serial killer.
Yeah, that was
But-
a real classic, that one.
Yours was actually really good.
Do you know what? I
was
actually
well.
struggled because that's the third time we've done the DIY Halloween video. And I have always pulled it out of the bag. First year, I know I'm tooting my own horn here. The first year, me and Sophie was a Frappuccino and I was a Starbucks barista. That's the right word. And then the next time I was Tiger King. And honestly,
You got into
I
character
looked
then.
like Tiger
Switch the
King.
cameras off and you're still being Tiger King.
I wanted to
Walking
dress like
around
that for the next
hobbling on your
week.
stick.
But this video, we were on our way to Kingston to like buy our
Yeah.
outfits,
We
and I
lit-
still didn't know what I was going to be. And I was like, come on, think. Like I had an idea, but it was so basic. And I was like, no, come on. It's got like, you got to live up to your
But
name.
also what had happened as well, I don't know how much we touched on it on the vlog, but we basically, you, me, Casey and Grace had gone to Kingston and we literally just got there, started filming, split up to film. And then I got a call and Maddie had fallen off the kitchen side and it's all hard floor and she banged her head and basically she's not unconscious but gone floppy and limp. So I literally had to ring you on, but like we need to go home. So we stopped our filming, rushed home. We ended up taking her to hospital and she was in hospital for a few hours. It was really scary, wasn't it?
It was. She was like, she was not with it at all. But yeah, obviously, and when we were filming that video, we mentioned in the last episode of the podcast that is when we got the call that Maddie had fallen off the kitchen side, smacked her head on the floor.
Yeah, so when we film it,
concussion.
there's a bit of before and a bit of after because we literally had to, rush.
Well, we had to
back
film
and
it on a different
get
day, didn't
Maddie.
we? So, but yeah, anyway.
It was a good, because you said you was going to actually have like more of my heads next to you, but
If I had more time,
we just did,
because we were heading on holiday, we almost didn't even have time to finish the video. And I was like, but because my outfit is so good, I really want to finish this video.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually wanted like multiple Sarah heads.
Oh, you wanted multiple of me, see?
Yeah, well, it's Halloween,
Great to
scare
be
factor.
around.
Imagine that. That's my worst nightmare.
Great to be
Multiple
around.
Sarahs.
Sure.
Multiple
that's
hooded
what you
Sarahs.
think.
That is my idea of a bad time. So, joke. More the merrier.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't get how people can have like multiple wives and girlfriends. Like that just feels like so much ag.
Yeah.
Like
Imagine being
imagine
told twice what to do.
being told 3-4 times what to do,
Yeah.
and like getting it in the ear.
But maybe
from
that's why
multiple.
like people do have multiple, because the second one can't say as much. It's a bit more enjoyable, that second one.
Oh
One
really?
you
Do
live
you
with
think
is
that's how
hell.
it works?
Maybe.
They don't really nag you.
Maybe. Yeah.
All right, I'll see.
You can't really nag when you only spend a little bit of time with someone. So maybe.
So we just need to spend less time together, because then you won't
I
nag
thought you
me.
were going to say we both meet someone else.
Or just spend less
Oh.
time together. I think we spend too much time together. That's our problem.
No, we don't. Wait, what are you saying?
I'm only joking.
What are you saying?
No, I love spending time with you.
Then don't make out that you don't.
No, I was
Not
joke.
very-
It was a joke.
It's not very kind, is it?
Oh god, I'm about to get nagged.
No, I'm joking. It's all good.
So, and then the other video that we filmed was,
Match the outfit.
you don't remember it.
I can't remember. We filmed it so long ago. I was like, oh gosh. But I do remember, but vaguely.
But
We film our videos so far in advance, so like
and then you never watch them. We should just do a marathon. Just sit down and watch Dad v Girls videos one Sunday afternoon.
no, why would we watch ourselves?
That's memories. That's like watching home movies. That's not weird.
No.
I love it when Chloe,
Yeah, Chloe
loves-
loves it. She was watching one this
especially when
morning.
especially ones that she's featured a lot in when she was a baby. She loves watching them.
Yeah, she does. But no, I don't like to. I even like when I see on TikTok and Instagram like these clips, I'm like, it makes you. I just hate it. I hate my voice. I hate
It's two of us.
the I hate my voice. I hate the like looking. I just hate.
I've got used to it now. I used to hate it. I think I've said this on the podcast before. I could not film myself. Vlogging did not come naturally to me in any which way, shape or form.
Yeah.
I sometimes still find it. Sometimes I'll still stand there with the camera, holding the camera, and just keep talking about getting it wrong. But then some people just like, well, natural. But I have got used to it and like used to kind of, because obviously I had to edit the video, so I didn't really have the option in the beginning of not seeing it. But then you become so critical because you're literally watching yourself.
That's the thing.
criticizing yourself.
I try not to look because I don't want to become critical of myself. Like I don't really wear makeup. I don't like. I'm not a person that like. Do you know what I mean? I don't always do. I've literally bung my hair up half up, half down. But I don't style my hair. I'm not that sort of person. I never was. Like sometimes, I wish I was a bit more like that. But I'm not that person.
No, I love it that you're like that.
So I don't want to then
I love
look.
that you
and
just
be
don't give a
critical.
shit what you look like. No, I love it that
No,
you're
but
not.
I don't want to.
I know-
like, looking back, it makes me like I look back and I'm like, oh, my teeth, oh, my lips, and all this, that, and I don't want to be. I'd rather. That's why I don't look back. Like,
Yeah, no, it
That's
makes
the reason.
sense. And then I go and do something like put that thumbnail across my stories.
yeah,
That doesn't help.
you did me dirty. That was so mean.
It was the good thing about
I mean,
that was
it
it
was
was more
funny.
funny than it was mean. So
It was
I
banter,
survived
like, yeah,
because I wasn't sure when I saw you that day if you was gonna laugh
I was
or you were
like,
gonna
he's
punch
doing
me.
me dirty right about now.
Oh, should we? This is not on topic at all, but we watched that. Talking of you were gonna punch me, Sarah doesn't actually punch me, but we watched that documentary.
yeah, can we
No.
please make sure people, I don't punch you?
I said, "Oh, Sarah punched you." She
a
doesn't.
little slap,
Kicks-
but like
kicks me.
kick slap, no jokes.
Kicks
No,
me in
we
the
shouldn't joke
shins.
about that. That is
No, we're not joking about that.
no, I don't.
No, I mean we're gonna stop joking about that. No, we watched a documentary. What's it called on Netflix?
My wife,
My abuser caught on camera.
Oh my gosh! Like,
I actually cried watching that.
yeah, that was a tough watch. So it's a guy, and he's been married for like 20 years, and his wife has been abusing him, but fully beating him up.
Beating
She's
the
now in
crap
prison
out of
for it.
him.
Like for 10 days straight, she beat him up with a wine bottle in front of their 3 children. Like, but she manipulated him so much. Like she would hurt him, and then she would open the windows and scream out the windows and make out he's hitting her. So she's like, well, no one would believe you.
And because he loved his kids, this is what really broke me when I was watching it. Because he loved and loves his kids so much. His biggest fear was if I leave, she'll say that I abused her and I won't be able to see my kids. So he endured it for that many years and just it became normal to him. The thing that made me cry in it a little bit, I wasn't like bawling my eyes out. But you know when you get choked up, was the bit where he was telling the police officer that he was like, okay, so if I thought things, because it pretty much happened every day. He's like, so if I thought it was going to be really bad, because she would always rip my shirts and stuff, and I like to wear nice shirts. He's like, if I thought it was going to be really bad, I'd go and get changed into one of my popper button shirts, because then if she pulled on it, it just popped open, it wouldn't rip. And where he said it so matter of fact, and so like that's just normal.
And that's what the police said. The police were like, because she did try to make out for ages that it was him to her, but she was like, the fact that he is saying things that shows someone that's lived it, not the everyday of like, oh yeah, he does this, he does that, but that whole thing of like, I have to think about my top, and like,
and then he basically
stayed in hotels some nights with the baby to be away from her. So like,
and she would do this in front of the kids, because what he started doing is collecting and keeping, like, he had CCTV in the house, and he was storing footage of her doing it, because where she was threatening to basically turn the tables and say it was him, he thought, I need evidence of her doing it.
yeah.
And he was collecting it all. So that on the documentary, you see him, she'll like come over, she'll just start laying into him, she'll grab him by the hair, pull him down onto the floor. And he's a big guy as well. Like he, if he wanted
she
to,
didn't
he
look,
could have
and she
battered
didn't
her,
like.
but-
She wasn't a big woman. She was actually, from what
Yeah.
you see, she looked quite petite. But
you do, because there is obviously a stereotype. You would sit there and think, how could a guy ever get himself in that
Yeah.
situation? But when you see the drip, drip, drip of
yeah,
years and years of like mental and physical abuse,
yeah, and he became so immune to it that he would only class when she'd like hit him with a wine bottle as real abuse. She'd be like, the police were like, well, when did she last
assault
like,
you.
assault you? And he's like, oh, like probably like a couple of days ago. Like she hit me yesterday, but he counted that now as normal.
Yeah.
He didn't see that, but I just can't cope with things like that. That obviously when you see a lot on TikTok and the news, like people that hurt each other or children, I just can't cope.
Yeah, that was a real eye opener, because I'd never actually heard a story of like a guy being
Yeah.
physically abused by his wife. Like that was crazy. But yeah, that took a slightly different turn than what. But I
know,
just
it's
remembered
a good watch.
about it.
It's
a
on
very
Netflix
good watch.
with 2 episodes, so it is a good watch. But yeah, definitely. But we should obviously, I'm sure people like talk about your holiday, because obviously last time we were saying we're going to the Maldives, so we've just got back. We had 8 days there.
Was it only 8 days? Why did I
Yeah.
think we was gone for longer?
You fly the day, and like I don't count the day.
How long was we actually gone?
Well, we went on the Thursday, and then we got back on the Saturday.
Oh, so
yeah,
it's
like-
like 9 days. Yeah.
It was like a 10.5 hour flight there and 11.5 back. It was longer to come home. Firstly, like the girls were so good. It was so enjoyable, this holiday. Like I've always said that Mexico was my favorite, and I think it was because the girls got that little bit more older and they're more enjoyable. But then this holiday's come, and
I was actually going to ask you this: Mexico or Maldives? What was your favourite holiday?
Maldives, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, because I
So
had such a
chill.
good time in Mexico, and obviously we
I
went
did,
with
and we had
Emma
with
and
the
Ryan,
kids, yeah, which
and
I
then-
loved.
and also the girls then had their cousins there, and there was more to do
Yeah.
in a way, but there was something.
I can't explain.
It was
so
something that,
where-
like, this is gonna sound so like in touch with my inner feelings. There was something more soul, like
yeah,
soul. What is the word I'm looking for? It
Soul
touched your
touching.
soul
Yeah, it did.
more.
It
the
did.
Maldives holiday, and I don't know why.
I think because it was really still. It was just nothing to do. Like it was hardly anything to do, but just be together.
I did this on the Mexico holiday, but day one of Maldives holiday, I kind of had a bit of a freak out, like, and I was like, "Oh my god, we're actually going to be bored stiff here," because, and that sounds weird, but when we went on our Maldives honeymoon, we did get bored. It's just the two of us. There wasn't much to do on the
It
island.
really wasn't.
In the Maldives, there isn't really much to do. Like, you have like your excursions, so they'll take you out on a fishing trip on the boat. You could do like snorkeling. The one we went to for our honeymoon, there was like an excursion to like a local island where the locals lived.
But then that was it. But this
Not
one,
really much else
no.
going on. This one had a bit more going on.
this one had like jet skis and kayaks.
But we only did jet
and-
skis once. We only
once,
did kayaks
kayaks.
once.
Yeah.
And then we did do a few of the excursions on the boat. But like almost like not having much to do. And I was like, oh no, how are we going to entertain the kids all day, every day for like 8 days? And it just,
They were the
was
best
magic.
behaved. They had hardly anything. Like I obviously didn't take all their toys and stuff. Like They got on and played so nicely with just shells and sand. Then the minute we got home, they started arguing again. But that time, they played well. There was. I literally want to say so much. It's like my brain can't catch up of all the stuff I want to say. But obviously there was goats there. And for me, it was just something it was so simple, but it was so special. We would feed, there was 2 goats and a baby goat, but the baby goat didn't eat. It just drank its mum's milk. But we would feed these goats probably like 3 or 4 times a day with leaves. They love to eat these leaves. So we would go and pick all these leaves and we would go and feed them. The first day we started, Sophie was really scared, and it took her the 8-day build up, and on the last day she finally built the courage up to feed these goats, and it was just something so special. And I remember one day we got into bed, like we were getting into their pajamas, and Maddie was like, I want to go see the goats. I'm like, coming in. And we just went in our pajamas and went and saw the goats and fed the goats at night. And they got to the point where the goats knew when we were coming and would run towards us. Like at first we'd have to stand there showing the leaf. And then by the end of the week.
It was just that. It was so simple, but so wholesome. They also had like these like parrots and stuff on the island.
Oh my gosh. So one day I was in the kids club with the kids. You were just about to meet me and I was there already. And all of a sudden I heard peekaboo. I looked around and I was like, what?
Hey,
and there was a yellow bird had flown over, like a little parrot come over and was like, peekaboo. I'm like, am I hearing things? Did that bird just say peekaboo to me? So I said to the guy, I was like, excuse me, this bird, can it talk? And he went, oh, it only says 2 things, hello and peekaboo. I'm like, yeah, it just said peekaboo to me. But it's the way it like swung in, like flew, but then hung upside down and went peekaboo. I was like, oh my gosh.
But even that, like, basically I got one of the birds to like fly down onto my arm and I was like feeding it. And I was like, I don't know, like, is just magic. The whole holiday was so we basically, it was 2 villas between all of us. So me and Sarah had the 3 little ones, and then we went with the beach villa because it was like safer.
Yeah.
Whereas Casey, Grace and Lily had the water villa, which had
Yeah.
a big slide into the sea, but like there was like big drops into the sea and stuff. So
I was like, I just wouldn't be able to relax having the girls be in that villa and knowing that I was, every time we went to their villa, I was on tenterhooks. So we definitely had the right thing. It was just
but then
calm.
our little villa, like it had a pool, but like, I mean, this pool was tiny, but we spent hours in it playing sharks and that. Like,
and then you could step into the sea, which was really shallow. So you and the girls were finding crabs, and it was just really nice. Like, it was,
and obviously, like Maldives is paradise. Like,
so when you said about the first day, you were a bit like, oh gosh, Groundhog Day. The only one thing in the beginning that we thought was going to be tough was there was only one restaurant that served breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and we were a bit like, oh, there's no choice. But in actual fact, we worked out that although there wasn't great choice for us with the kids, it actually meant that they were really calm. Like, they got to know the waiter really well. So they were by the couple of days in, they were ordering their own drinks. They knew how the system worked, and they were able
to go and get their own food.
They could get their own food. They could go to the toilet themselves because it was literally tiny and it was right there. So there was so much independence. Like, I'd never let Sophie go to the toilet by herself. You know, like I'd go with her.
The thing is, the island's like, it's really small and there wasn't really loads of people, so it almost felt like it was just that.
Well, when we first got there was only literally a couple of other couples on the island. At one point, I think there was like 6 children, and we have 3 of them. I don't count Casey and Grace, obviously, but like when we went kids club, they had it to themselves. Like, we were decorating. And
it was so
Halloween
cute because
stuff.
Halloween they did this whole trick or treat thing where they took the kids all around the island and went round to all the different places,
like the
say
bars
the restaurant and whatever,
yeah.
and all the workers would come out and like give them sweets, and it was
really sweet. It was really nice.
The highlight for me of the holiday, sorry you weren't there for this, but swimming with sharks, right? Because if you guys know me, you know I'm like obsessed with like sharks, alligators, crocodiles, and I'm obsessed with Sarah, my wife. Just get that in there. But I have sort of swum with sharks.
Was
before.
that 3 truths, 1 lie? We playing a game.
I was gonna say now. We have swum with sharks before, but it was like in the Atlantis in the aquarium. So you
say we. You definitely don't mean me.
Me, Casey, and Grace did, but it's a bit. How can I say, like, it feels a bit artificial. It doesn't really feel like you're really properly doing it. And the sharks are actually the sharks are right at the bottom of the aquarium, and you're floating at the top, so you're not actually that close at all. So it wasn't really like the proper
And these
experience.
are real, proper big sharks, and
Yeah,
you're not
so
allowed to
these are-
touch them, are you, Joel?
You're not supposed to.
But who did?
I did.
Yeah.
I couldn't help myself, but
What about if we just turn around and like, bit
it
you?
would have been worth it.
Literally, as Joel's about to go, I'm going, can you just remind me, how do I work out the life insurance?
It's all in an email.
Yeah.
So yeah, so basically we went, it's on like a separate island. You get there and it's like this little harbour, and the guys are literally throwing bait into the water, and then there's these nurse sharks which are like, I reckon the biggest one was probably like 8 foot,
Oh my gosh.
like, and there's probably like 4 or 5 of them, and they're literally like, I mean, they're swimming next to you, like
No,
they're like
can't.
brushing past you, and you don't, there's like schools of fish. So like there'll be like loads of fish you can't see, and then all of a sudden all the fish will part and you're like face to face with a shark. And it was intense, but it was so good. It was like
Yeah.
such a good
It
experience.
did look good. The pictures look good.
And then yeah, like right at the end, I was like,
But even
I
Ca-
held onto like its tail a little bit. And was like,
Even Casey was like,
I wanted to ride on its
said-
like fin. That's what I wanted to do. I was like, I wonder if if I held on, like it would just like.
that's a dolphin.
No, but I thought try it with a shark. Similar, right?
Anyway.
Dolphins and sharks are
But
similar.
even Casey was saying, like, she said it was just paradise. Like, even walking to dinner every night was just an enjoyment of walking along the beach, and just so nice. But what we found on that holiday is that Chloe had some different confidence I've never seen before. So we went to karaoke night. You didn't. You went back with Maddie, and Sophie, and I went with the big girls and Chloe. She was performing like it was. Like we said, there was hardly anyone on the island, so it was mostly for the workers. But
She put on a shark.
but she would literally like the screen would be like that way away from everyone, but she would turn her mic to face them. And then there was she sang Wrecking Ball, but she kind of like got in and was like singing Wrecking Ball. You put me off by not looking. Sorry.
I just
I know, but it was for so long, so I didn't know who I'm talking to.
I just wanted to look at the screen.
What was you reading? Because you.
I'm trying to look what was
Put
going
me
on to
off.
next.
Anyway.
You tell me off if I do
You
it.
did it for so long.
I'm so sorry,
It was
guys.
for so long, it put me off.
I've put Sarah off. We have a screen with notes on that says what we're going on to next, and I get told off if I wait. If you told me off before, if I wait until you finish talking, then I look, I get told off.
Yeah, but just a brief look of like, okay, like you literally was
having a little
looking
read.
for so long that I'm like, I got all like, I don't know who I'm talking to. Anyway,
You're talking to me. Tell me more about this karaoke experience.
no, I'm moving on now.
I'm sorry, I've ruined
It's
the
really
flow.
annoying.
I'm really sorry. Where did you get up to?
About Chloe and
I
her,
know what you're talking about. Where did you get up to with it?
yeah, because you weren't even listening
'Cause I was
exactly.
reading.
Like,
I'm sorry. I messed
really
it up.
annoying. But yeah, anyway, she was singing and performing, and it was really good. So now she's asked for a karaoke machine for Christmas, as well as drums, as well as a keyboard.
You've been saying about getting a karaoke machine for Christmas every year for like the past 5 years.
Oh, since the last how old's Casey? 19. It's about 19 years. Now I have one child that actually wants it.
You've put the idea in her head. I
No,
bet she didn't even
she
think of
loved
that.
it.
I
No,
bet
she
you
circled it in the Smiths in the catalogue,
oh,
as
she
well as the
circled a
drums
lot
and the
of things.
keyboard
And a PlayStation.
and the headset. She doesn't.
Oh
even
my
know
gosh, she circled like a VR headset. It's like 650 quid. It's
I
like,
know.
what did she say to you about
I
it?
just said, oh no, that's like lots of money. That's like £600. Oh, yeah, but Santa makes them, so Santa can do it.
He'll do a deal on it.
I'm like, oh gosh, how do we? Yeah. But yeah, so the Maldives was just unreal. We had the best time, and the kids were so good. I genuinely, it was
I think
so
that's
easy.
the thing,
I
right,
think like
for
when
us, they are getting to that age, like Maddie.
we was able to, and when I said about Mexico, seeing my sister get on the plane with her kids with just a backpack of toys, and I said I had the baby bag and the nappies and dummies and stuff. The fact that the girls aren't, none of them have dummies. Maddie doesn't have nappies. Like, we're not all milk and naps. Like, it was so easy. When everyone says to me, oh, how was the travel? Like, I'm like, oh, our kids are just so good. But for me, like, the reason it means so much is because I've said, obviously, with us being so busy, like, I am really suffering with mum guilt, but I genuinely have really learnt to like switch off when I'm away and really soak in like all the time with the girls. Like, I genuinely just love it, and I think
I say as well, like
Yes.
that's what I found on this holiday. Like I think it was the most switched off I've ever been.
Well, there was one day I said, "Oh, I'll just take them to Kids Club to make their Halloween costumes," and you was like, oh, "Okay, cool." Like I gave you like an out. I'm like, "Go chill, like go do whatever
And
you want
normally
to
I'd
do."
take that. I'd be like,
And then
do a
like
bit of
10 minutes
work or
later, you
whatever.
came in. I was like, "What are you doing here?" You was like, "Well, I sat there and I thought I could sit here just scrolling through TikTok, or I could come and just see what the girls are doing," and it was so sweet.
Yeah, because like I mean, I literally, I was gonna say like I was hardly on my phone at all, like which is always a good sign.
Oh, but
Do you
what
know what I
about when we the one thing with Sophie? She asked us. There was a spa, and she asked us. She said, "Can you book me a massage?" And she kept going on and on. So we booked this massage for her, and you went with her because an adult had to go.
So they do it like I have a massage, and then there's a bed next to in Sophie. So it's like really cute, kind of
Yeah,
father daughter pampering. And I said to the people like, you've got to be really gentle with her. Like she's got sensory, you know, stuff, and you've got to be really gentle. She doesn't want like a pressured massage or whatever. Well, the lady was so like, mate, the only thing she could have done to put more pressure on me was run me over a steamroller.
well,
Like,
because
it was
because
so.
you said to me, "Do I want to go with her and have this massage?" Which originally I was going to, but I had a massage a day before that, like. And the lady had hurt me so much. I was like, "No, I don't want any more massages. I've got a bit of backache."
I had to tell her
Pressure
at one
points
point.
in the neck. I was
"You're-"
like,
At one point, I had to tell her that's actually really painful. Like,
it was
and
when she was treading on my back. I was like, "That's a bit much."
with her high heels on, that was unnecessary.
Although you said that she didn't do this to you, but she pulled my pants down and was like proper massaging my bum.
Yeah, no, I didn't get that. You must have paid
The
extra.
girls did though, because Casey and Grace had one as well.
But I was saying, so I said this to them, and then I was saying to Sophie, like, Sophie, if like I every now and again I check, like, are you okay, Sophie? She'd be like, yeah, and then like I could sort of hear her like sort of yawning, like she was really tired, and I just thought
She's
at one
loving
point
it,
I was
yeah.
looking over and she was like smiling at me, so I just thought she was having a great time. As soon as she got out of there, she was like, "Daddy, it hurts so much."
Came to me crying.
She's like, "They've hurt my back," and I was like, "What the hell has happened?" I was like,
We didn't use the buggy the whole time we were there, but that night she was then in the buggy for the rest of the day. She needed cow
she's gonna
pole.
be
She was in
traumatized.
so much pain. I wonder, like, it makes me wonder because where she has low muscle tone and she's got, like, you know, like she gets bad back now and bad legs if she walks too much and stuff. Like, I don't know. Like, is there something that maybe her alignment, you know, like some. I
She
don't
has
know.
had a massage before though. You did one with Sophie and Chloe, and she loved it. I think this lady, I just think they've got one mode, and it's like full on pressure.
Oh, made me feel so bad. Bless
I
her.
know.
She's gonna be put off, whereas she was the one who asked for it and wanted this pampering. Bless her.
Bless her.
She's so sweet. I've got a what's in my bag. You know, remember we did a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
A few.
I was
I'm just
waiting
gonna-
for you to, you know, take it in turns because I did the what's in my bag.
I'm just gonna quickly get it.
Okay. So if you, while Sarah's getting out, I'll just explain. If you didn't see before, basically what it is Sarah has got an item in her bag that she's brought from home. And this is almost like a test of like to see how well I know Sarah. Like I have to ask her questions to basically figure out what's in her bag.
I don't think.
Question one, what's in the bag? Check.
I don't actually think you're gonna get this. I'll be very shocked if you do.
Well, that's not really how the game's supposed to work. You're not supposed to pick the hardest thing. Like if you've got
No,
like
it's
a
not the
paper
hardest.
clip from the drawer
No,
that I've never
no.
seen.
It's got real thought and meaning behind this. So, but I think once you know what it is, you'll be like, oh, but
So you set me up.
to fail. Dun, dun, dun. No, go on.
I mean, I put my Rolex in there that you bought me. Like that was quite a. I feel like you've made this really difficult. I don't know if I want to play now. Might not want to play.
Just go.
Right. Do I have a set number of questions? I can't remember. 10 questions. Oh, God. Well, question one would have been, is it thoughtful or sentimental? But you've already answered that, so. No, that's not one question. I'm looking at Sarah. You've already answered
Well,
that. You already said
well, it's sentimental because I've kept it.
All right. Is it something you can wear?
Yes.
That
Not me personally, but yes.
someone can wear. Is it an item of clothing,
No.
jewelry?
No.
I'm out of things you wear. Footwear.
Yes.
It's footwear. She's got one of my Crocs in there. I know it.
5
Is it-
questions.
Okay. So it's footwear. I need to find out who it belongs to.
Mm-hmm.
Does it belong to me?
No.
You?
I've already
Oh
told
no,
you. It's
no,
not
no,
me.
no,
I've
no,
already
no.
told you it's
no,
not
no,
me.
no, no, not you.
I'll let you have that.
No, that was a test. I was just joking.
Sentimental footwear.
Oh. Casey's first Converse. No. I hadn't finished the question. Put that finger back.
No.
I hadn't finished the question. I was just talking.
Mm-mm. It's
Is it an expensive designer
No.
brand? No. Just let me finish the
no,
question.
no. You got 3.
Uh,
He's thinking because Casey's auntie bought her first ever little like Dior little pumps.
And I thought she had a pair
So-
of little pink Converse or something.
I think they might have been. I don't know, but yeah, one of the girls. I've kept all of that bits.
So I'm not asking the question, but I'm just clarifying in my head and
Mhm.
looking into your eyes. It's basically one of the kids' shoes from when they was baby. Does it belong to Sophie?
Yes.
Is it her splint?
Yes, you got
Oh,
it.
yes,
I went
got
into
it.
the loft for these because I was trying to find something that had real meaning behind that meant a lot to us. And look at these.
Oh.
So when Sophie was obviously trying to walk, her little feet went inwards and she couldn't keep her feet straight. So she had these on, and for a little while she was my little Forrest Gump. I love them.
Oh my God, I forgot about these. Let me see.
But you could choose the design and pattern you wanted. So we used to let
How
her
old would
look.
she have been when she So if you're listening and you're not watching, they are basically like kind of like a plastic, almost like a plastic
Cast
like
kind of thing.
cast.
Like
It's like to
with
give
Velcro,
support.
Yeah. So she basically used to have these on her feet, and I'd put shoes over the top, but it would.
So we had to
just
buy
hold
shoes
her.
that were like too big for her.
Way too big, and they would flop around, bless
Oh,
her.
she
And she
looked
was
like-
so dainty because she didn't actually walk, like take her first steps till she was free. So this was probably when she was probably about 2, I would say, because before that she wasn't even on her like standing. So, and even they would have been big for her.
Yeah. Because they always made them slightly.
And at
bigger.
one point we even had like a little frame for her to walk, and she walked with a frame, and that's like how she got around. And do you remember? But
She always used to, because she never Sophie never crawled like
Mhm.
a normal baby on her knees, and she did this bum shuffle thing. So
Yeah.
she would basically put her hands on the floor and she'd shuffle her bum
Mm.
forward. But she got really
you know when a
quick at
dog
it.
itches their bum,
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
And she got really quick at it, and that's how she would get around,
Mm.
little bum shuffle. And then obviously we got her the frame, so then she could start to like walk like supported, and she had like a little shopping trolley
Yeah.
that we had for her, so she could
Yeah.
kind of walk around with that. And then eventually she started taking her first
Mm.
steps, but which obviously was like such a.
But I'm like,
massive deal
for
us.
us, of like, not the first 3 years and her not walking and her not meeting any of her milestones, to then fast forward to like now, of where we are with her is just incredible. Like so yeah, I went in the loft to get them because I wanted something.
How old would she have been when she had these ones then?
She must have been about 2
From 2, yeah.
because she didn't stand before then, so she wouldn't have needed them. So
And her feet, if she didn't have them on, would honestly they would go.
well, it
in
was
so
literally like
much.
as if like on the side of her big
She-
toe, she would be like they would
Yeah.
just go up. So
And now
yeah.
she walks absolutely fine. She doesn't need any supports and stuff. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she can't walk for a long amount of time, but she
no, but as in like she doesn't.
walking wise
Her feet don't turn in.
Yeah.
Anymore.
Because then I was going to bring her little Pedro boots, because once you come out of them, you then get like they're like kickers, but as in shape wise, but they're really sturdy and molded inside. So she had little Pedro boots, and they were the cutest.
I remember when she first got her first pair of glasses as well, because she had to have these ones with like the strap
Oh.
round the back.
I've actually probably got a picture. I don't know if we can put it in, but I'll have a picture of her glasses and her splints.
When she got her first pair of glasses, when we was going to America, wasn't it?
Mm.
And they had like the little strap, and
Oh.
they made her look like so. I don't know what the word is, like, because when she was that little, you couldn't necessarily like tell she had like special needs, but as soon as she put these glasses on, because the way that they
Oh.
were, and then she had her little splints, she
Yes,
looked,
because they just wouldn't stay on otherwise.
honestly, she looked adorable.
She's so cute.
She is
really
so
like
cute.
getting to a point though. Like I've noticed, I'm sure you've noticed this. Like I feel like I just really get her. Like, or I don't know if it's like, I don't know. She attaches to people, but it's become me, and I'm the one that calms her. Like on the plane and stuff. Like you're like, you give everything, and you try, and you can't calm her, but then I can in a second. But I think it's not because of what you are or not doing. Some way it's just like as if it's. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
do you see it like?
I see it. Yeah, yeah. Because she, when she gets in a temper, like she gets in a temper now.
Oh no, because the other day, that's what it was. Because the other day I'd just come on my period, and for a girl, like that reason, for some reason that day, like I was in really bad pain, and my body temperature was like burning. I was sweating out. So you were showering all the girls, and I was just getting them dressed so that I could get them dry and not be in the heat of the shower. But she was kicking off, and she wanted me. And you're like, you're going to have to do it. I'm like, no, please, I can't. And she just wouldn't. And I had to go in and do it.
I would go in the bathroom to shower Sophie. She would scream at me, shout at me, be abusive to me. Then I would leave the bathroom and go and say to Sarah, like, Sarah, you're going to have to shower her. Then I'd be getting it in the neck from you. You're sending me back in there with her.
I'm like, come on.
I'm in between a rock and a hard place right now, okay?
Oh,
Neither
no.
of you guys want me right now, but I'm trying my best to help.
No.
But Sophie, I don't know what it is with Sophie and showering and bath. Like, she's a soap dodger.
But
She
then on
doesn't-
holiday, loved it.
Yeah.
Well, we'd find her and she would be showering herself.
Oh, because we didn't even say the best thing about the Maldives holiday. The best thing. It had an outdoor bathroom.
Like a
right?
rainforest vibe with like trees, tropical.
So it was outside, but it was completely private. So I don't know. There was something very freeing about just showering naked outside. Like I just loved it. I literally was having about 4 showers a day. Like I don't know. I was saying to Sarah, I want one of these at home. I want it outside.
When we got home, he said, "Oh, babe, if I go out in the garden, will you shower me with the hose?"
It just hose me down. I just want to feel that feeling again.
But like Sophie loved it as well because she would go and just shower and come out and she showered and we're like, "What?
Wash
You
their
never
hair,
do this
everything.
at home. At home, we have to fight you, little soap dodger, to get in that shower." But yeah, it's cute.
Right, before we move on to our next topic, we are currently on 87,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Woo!
We are trying to get to 100,000 subscribers.
And to the people that are listening, I've moved my mic closer, so I hope that has helped.
And
because
if you want context to that, I'm sure Sarah's going to follow up with some context.
Oh, because apparently I was a bit too quiet if you listen to me.
If you only listen on the audio, someone messaged me and said that Sarah's mic's too far away.
So if I'm louder today, can you rate me 5 stars, please?
So we're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. I know that there's...
What about if I do a little hee-hee?
Oh, God.
Was that loud
We're
enough?
losing subscribers.
Can I get a hee-hee?
So there is over 100,000 people that regularly watch this that watch us. So
If you could just subscribe.
I know that a lot of people don't have an account on YouTube. So like they just watch it without an account. But you know like how you have an account on Instagram and you have an account on TikTok. So you can follow people and it can notify you. You can subscribe. Like it is actually a much better experience when you have an account on YouTube and it's free. So if you are watching, you don't have an account and you sign up and you subscribe to us, happy days.
Thank you very much in advance.
That's what we're not doing an ad. What's that about? Use code Sarah.
Thank you so much.
Sarah 100. So yeah.
So the lineup for I'm a Celebrity has come out. My question to you, which is where my joke earlier, blah, 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 that you're going to take the mick out of. But how much would you, what was it? How much would it take for you to get you guys in there? So like, and my joke was, say you'll do it for a tenner so you get to go in it.
And
it'd be too
my
expensive.
follow-up joke to that is Sarah would probably pay them to take me away for however many weeks.
Me,
You always say about me doing, not that I'm a Celeb would want me, but we always have
why
this
do you
joke.
say that?
Well, why would they
do. They've got GK Barry in there, who's YouTube and podcast. Like, we're only like, I don't know how many subscribers.
I don't think Sarah is so
I'm really rubbish.
so
I'm
far removed from the world that she's in. She's in this world, but she's not in
I'm a
this world.
fraudster. I should not be in here, okay, guys?
She's like, who even listens to podcasts?
I'm
Who
sorry.
even watches YouTube?
I'm
Well,
sorry.
I listen to podcasts and I watch YouTube.
No, but that's
But
what
anyway,
I'm saying. As in, so
Just theoretically speaking,
I would love for you to be in it because I think you would be really good at it. Like, I do think I think you might struggle with like the you'd probably just sleep all day and they're like, look at Joel asleep in the hammock again.
They would.
He's not done the
He's
dishes.
lazy.
He doesn't help cook.
He doesn't
Like-
clean up after himself.
Or Joel has snuck in contraband. Like it probably be
What would I sneak in?
hot sauce.
Yeah. Oh, buffalo sauce on that rice. I wouldn't mind. I'd eat that rice all day long.
Yeah.
Percy
But you would eat
Pigs.
all that. I can see like me.
What would you sneak in if you could sneak something?
I'm not going in.
No, but if you were going in, it's a hypothetical question. We know you're not going in.
A plane ticket out of there.
What would you sneak in?
My speaker so I can hear music. I've realised that
Speaker with
music
no
is my
phone is not
thing.
going to do you much
Oh,
good, is it?
music, either way. I don't know. I would.
What, all right, if you had to do a reality TV show, don't say X on the Beach. No, don't say Love Island because it's not funny. Okay. If you had
No,
to
I
do a
was still
reality,
too old on there.
if you had to do a reality TV show, what one would you do?
I think I'd like.
Married at First
to-
Sight.
Yeah. No, maybe more like the dancing, like the Strictly or
Oh
Dancing
yeah,
on Ice. Like,
the ones that aren't feral and rogue, the ones
Yeah.
that are like.
but I wouldn't be like.
Casey's been watching Big
I'm a celebrity.
Big Brother.
Oh yeah.
She's like obsessed with that at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not. No, I
We
like
used
my
to
own
watch.
space. I don't like. I don't want to be around other. I don't think I'd be good at day in day out sharing a room with other people. Like, no,
Yeah.
I don't want to hold in a fart that long.
She just about barely does it for the hour we're on here, guys. We get off and she lets rip.
Oh gosh, seriously, I do not.
Oh God.
Although I did the other day, and Joel said "Merry Christmas." No, I can't go into context of that. We just
That is so.
we just leave it there, okay? But
I thought it was a queef.
no.
And I was choosing a Christmas movie on Netflix at the same time. So I was typing in Christmas on Netflix because she wanted to watch Christmas movies in bed. And I just heard this come from the bathroom. And I was like, oh, Merry Christmas.
Anyway, moving on.
Because she was on the toilet.
Stop it, all right, you dissect.
Sounded like she was farting into a cave.
Listen, I think it's love, okay? I think it's love if you can fart in front of each other and laugh about it,
Oh,
okay? Let's
God.
just move on swiftly. I'm going red right about now. Oh,
Oh.
gosh, it's all natural.
So anyway, we
You can't hold it in because it'll go up into your head and that's where shit ideas come from.
brilliant.
So,
So
yeah, no, I don't think I'd be good on any of them.
I'd
It's not
actually,
something
I'd do
like.
Big Brother like all day long. I think that'd actually be so fun. I think I'd rather do Big Brother than I'm a Celeb because it's a lot more comfortable. You know, it's a bit more like psychological
No, I
than
think
it
you'd
is.
be really good at.
But anyway, we do have the lineup. I mean, by the time you listen to this, I know it's a little bit late, but we do actually have the lineup. So we got Danny Jones from McFly,
Yeah,
GK Barry,
of course.
Maura Higgins
I
from
love
Love
her.
Island.
I actually really like Maura. I think
She was brilliant in Love Island.
yeah, and I think she's really down to earth, and she just comes across really well. Like I like her.
Talisa from
Yeah.
N-Dubs. For some reason, I thought she'd been in it before.
Which do you know? There is a song. I was watching just a clip. Don't worry, not an actual podcast. I was watching a clip,
God forbid she listened to a podcast.
and she was on a podcast, and she was talking about how she wrote this song, and will.i.am said, "Can I have this song?" And she was basically like, "No, like it's what I want to bring out." And without her knowing, it's the one with him and Britney Spears.
Yeah.
He did it, released it,
All eyes on us.
and she had to take him to court for it.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
But ultimately, he done her a favour.
That's what she does say on it now. She's like the
Oh, did she say that?
royalties and
Yeah.
and
Because if she released it, let's be honest, like,
it wasn't going to be the hit that it is
Yeah.
now. But yeah. So what
That's
does it say?
what-
All eyes on us or us?
us, right?
All eyes on
But-
us.
But that's why it's in an English. I always thought that. Why is it in an English accent? All eyes on us. Like, it's English.
Oh, and she said if you
Because-
listen to it carefully, it's still got her. When Britney Spears, you also can hear her. She's on it
Ah.
still, apparently. So
Fun fact
you
of the
need to listen
day.
to it. Yeah,
And then we've got Oti Mabuse
from Strictly Come Dancing.
I don't watch Strictly, so I don't actually know who that is. Jane Moore from Loose Women.
Yep, know her. Yeah.
Dean some tough surnames there. Dean McCullough.
McCullough. Oh my gosh, we're
Mikloff.
terrible. Yeah.
He's a Radio 1 presenter. We've just butchered his name. Sorry. Barry. Oh my God. McGuinn.
So apparently, I think he is the dad of an ex-boyfriend that used to go out with Maura Higgins. So they're saying how funny it would be that Maura's in with an ex's dad. I don't know how true that is, but that was, again, tic-tac. Tic-tac.
Tic-tac. Bloody hell. It's like sitting here with my nan. I'm not even sure she knows where this goes out. She doesn't even know where to find the podcast. She's on Tic-Tac. She's on the Tic-Tac. She's on the.
You just shake your tic-tacs at me.
She's on the YouTube.
Sorry. Okay. I'm really. Oh my god.
Right, who else we got? Melvin Odom, Radio 1 DJ.
We've got 2 Radio 1s.
Alan Housel.
Yes, I know.
Coronation Street.
Coronation Street is Tyrone.
Oh yeah, good old Tyrone. Reverend Richard Coles.
Oh, he's a former Church of England priest. And then
That's
Colleen
first.
Rooney.
Colleen Rooney. That was a bit of a wild card for me. I did not expect to see her name.
No, but do we think, like, because obviously there was so much, like, I felt for her, and there was so much going on with her, where they were saying like Wayne was always cheating, and like obviously they've got kids together, and like, do you think she'll address any of that, or she won't? Because
What do you think? Someone's going to pull her to the side and say?
no, because
"Tell
I
me
feel
about it."
like it's one of those ones like.
I think they're going to more
people-
talk to her about the Becky Vardy stuff. That's the
of
gossip.
course, yeah.
That wasn't even on my mind about Wayne.
Oh yeah, I didn't think.
That's
about
old
that.
news. Wayne cheating on her. Like, no one's going to start talking to her in the camp about that. Oh, so tell me about that time Wayne cheated on you. And she goes, which one?
Which one? No, that's mean. Oh gosh, poor girl.
So she's probably going to get asked about the Vardy
Oh yeah, I didn't
situation.
even
That's
think
a lot
about
more
that.
interesting, isn't it? But yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
actually expect to see her on there.
Oh
But yeah. But are you going to watch it?
yeah, I actually really
you
do
actually?
like. I actually really like the.
I can't remember last time I
Amsterdam.
watched any series on TV.
Yeah, no, I like.
We used to watch all of them. I'm a Celeb, Big Brother, Love Island, X on the Beach, Coronation. We used to watch Coronation Street. I never watched Emmerdale. I could never get into it.
No.
EastEnders and Coronation Street. When I first met your family, when obviously I spent most of my time at your house, I was actually blown away at how religious they were about the soaps. I was like, is this like, because
Yeah.
my family don't really watch TV. I was like, is this normal? They would know. They'd be like, you know, it'd be like, oh, it's Monday, so there's no, I can't remember what it was. They'd be like, it's just EastEnders and Emmerdale tonight or whatever.
Yeah, and knowing the times, but
Everyone would sit down and watch it. I could get into EastEnders. I found it a bit more tricky to get into Coronation Street, but then I really got into it. I never got into Emmerdale,
But now Casey is into Hollyoaks.
which I find bizarre because,
Yeah.
let's be honest, Hollyoaks, like,
No, I did used to like Hollyoaks.
we used to watch it, but I never
I
really.
used to like it on the Sunday on the omnibus.
Why is it called an omnibus? Never
'Cause
understood.
you can watch it when you're on the bus
Oh God,
with your
what an
Tic Tacs.
idiot! What an idiot! But yeah, they've actually managed to hook Casey into Hollyoaks, and they've done that through the Tic Tac because
When someone else says it, it's actually really funny.
They were posting some of the parts, and then she got so deep into like part 48 of
Yeah.
this thing. She thought, I might as well just watch the show.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I was going to say, because she said how far-fetched it's become, that she's like, it's now like, oh, because she said it felt so real, that's why she was hooked. But then it's gone on, the storyline's gone on
I can't remember what it was. She was like, there's basically there's one witness of this thing that's happened.
And just as she finds out, she gets killed.
No,
car?
not a car comes crashing through a building and just kills her. I'm like, yeah, it pretty much sounds like Hollyoaks, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay, I think it's time for our honey. We need to talk.
Oh no. Oh no, guys.
Okay, so
Oh God.
pet peeve of mine of Joel's.
Can't watch.
Last night, yeah, I got home.
Yes.
You'd gone to bed quite early. And I don't even know if you know this, but Casey had a dilemma with her hair. She's on a shoot today, very important shoot. So 11 o'clock last night, I'm washing her hair because she had put too much purple shampoo in, and her extensions
really-
had gone white, and her hair was a little bit yellow. So I had
I'm
to
really
wash
trying
it.
to figure out how I could come into this. I'm in sleep. I'm asleep in
Asleep
bed.
in bed, yeah, with no bed sheets on.
No, this is my honey. We need to talk for you.
No. I hadn't been home yet. Right? So this is the first time I got home, and I'm straight in washing Casey's hair because I'd gone to a friend's who needed a bit of my support. So I've gone to see her, come home. I'm about to come into bed. You're already fast asleep. washing Casey's hair at 11 o'clock, got in, and you was fast asleep, so I couldn't wake you up. I had to get into bed and sleep on a mattress with no bed sheets. That is so gross. Like, it
No.
is literally like, I can't sleep. Why, when you went to bed early, could you have not just put the sheets on? Why do you
Okay.
have to wait for me?
No, but
Tell me why it's my job to do the bed sheets.
no, I
I'll take them
don't.
off to wash
Don't
them.
even start that. Don't even
Okay.
bring your feminism here.
Then
okay?
what? Then okay, go for it. Tell me.
Listen, I do never say it's your job, but what I do say is, if I get to the point where I'm going to bed, it means like I just want to get into bed. When I hit a wall, I hit a wall. No. Let me talk. When I'm going to bed, it means I've hit a wall. I just want to get into bed, right? And I always say, like, I'll happily do the bed sheets, but not at the point of getting into bed. So then, when I get upstairs and there's no bed sheets, it doesn't bother me. I'll happily sleep.
No, it's so
It bothers
gross.
you. It
It's
doesn't
so
bother me.
gross. It's so
Why
uncomfortable.
is it gross?
It's so uncomfortable.
I
as
didn't even
well. It's not
notice.
even, like,
I could sleep like that
and
for
secondly,
weeks. I don't even
right,
know if we need
so
sheets.
firstly, you should put the sheets on. Like, you shouldn't have waited for me. That's not fair.
I
Because
wasn't
now,
waiting for you.
I
I'll
still-
go home and do it today after work.
sure you will, because you'll forget, and then they're in the same situation. But secondly, and this is I can guarantee you did not get straight into bed and fall asleep because your bed was next to the phone. So when you get to bed,
Oh yeah, I left my bed next to the phone.
your phone was next to the bed, because you would normally, if you're really tired, you put your phone on charge in the,
Not if you're out, in
Dressing
case you
room.
call me.
but you put it, no,
I actually do that.
was you or was you not sat in
I
bed on
leave-
your phone for a while?
I leave
was
my-
you or was you not sat in
Maybe
bed?
I got through about 8 Tic Tacs,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
enough to do a bed sheet. So don't lie when you're like, I just hit a wall and I had to go straight to bed. You sat on your phone scrolling, so you had time. So
I
do
was
not
tired.
use that.
listen.
You just didn't even
The
think, because
bed
they were
sheets-
still on top
the
of the
bed
bed while
sheets
you were
is
in sleep.
like-
They were on top of you. They were on top of you.
Yeah.
You didn't even move them. Like, they're on top of you. You've got in underneath them. Like,
That's the thing with me, right? I want the path of least resistance. And this used to really annoy Sarah, because Sarah has like all these like 8 million pillows all over bed, right? And I've got this technique because she covers the bed so it all looks really nice. So if I go over to the bed, because she also tucks all of the sheets and everything, she makes it really hard work to get into bed. So
So plenty of times
I
to
grab,
sheets.
if I just grab the corner of the duvet and I flick it, it flicks all the pillows from my side of the bed
onto mine.
onto yours and onto the floor. And then I just get in. So your side of the bed is like made still perfectly all tucked in with all the pillows. And you get really annoyed because
But-
I'm just in bed on that half and your half is still.
If-
So
if
what I've
you-
tried to do to be more considerate, because it annoys you for some reason, is I pull all of the pillows off and I pull your side open so it's ready for you to get in.
Yeah.
Have you ever said thanks?
Yes, I did actually. We had this conversation about the pillow situation.
Yeah, I know.
Because you only
That's
do
what I'm saying.
that
Did you ever
because
say
I brought it
thanks?
up.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I
The
did.
answers, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot.
But can you please not do that again?
Okay.
Especially when you was home, so you could have done it, because you did go to bed pretty
You were
early.
out gallivanting,
I was not out gallivanting. I had a friend in need.
which is a friend indeed.
So I was seeing a friend. I was very tired, but I was being a good friend. I then come home. I had to be a good mum. I was very tired.
If you
And
put
I
the
had a bit-
sheets on, you would have been a good wife. Boom, boom, boom.
Touche, my friend.
Thank you.
But anyway.
She gives credit where credit's due. That was a joke, guys, by the way.
Oh, no, you're going to get it now.
Oh, I get it anyway.
You're going to get it. Anyway, let's go on to a little dilemma.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's get away
Let's
from
see if
our dilemmas.
Any other guys make bed sheets?
Well, let us know in the comments, guys. Does your other half do the bed sheets? What's the situation?
They
in your
probably
house?
wait up for their wife to get home. Like, it's you just go in bed.
It was 9
If
o'clock.
I'm out on a night
I was
out,
like,
or
this is
I'm like,
bliss.
you're fast asleep.
Why
Like,
would I wait up for you? Not your mum.
safety to make sure I'm home.
That's why I have
safe.
the phone next to the bed.
You don't always hear it.
I put it on silent under my pillow, but the thought was there.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got a dilemma here. Okay, so recently my dad has taken up CrossFit. Oh my God. You can tell I'm reading these for the first time. I was obsessed with CrossFit for a year. I got in the best shape of my life, and it literally,
It was a shame about the hairstyle.
oh God,
He had a man bun.
I had a man bun. It's all right.
Thankfully, your 6-pack.
You've got a man
No.
bun right now. Look at you. You got this. Literally the hairstyle I had.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why are you taking the mick out?
You got 6 rolls right now.
She's fat shaming me.
I meant 6-pack.
No, sorry. I just got really excited when I saw the word CrossFit. He goes nearly every day of the week. However, afterwards he stinks. Capital letter stinks. And even if he showers, he will proceed to put back on the same sweaty
Oh
gym top
no.
he wore that morning. It's so bad that someone needs to tell him, but there is nobody else who would be able to apart from me. It's gotten to the point that my grandmother has been asking me to talk to him about it, and I just don't know how to. Please help. Also, love you, love the pod, especially love Joel.
You need to be like, Dad, you've had a great workout tonight. You stink.
Why is it on you? Like, why can't his mum tell him?
Yeah,
His
but
mu-
also,
Why do
it's
you
not-
need to
It's
say
not
it?
a bad thing. He's been to work out. There's a reason for it. It's not like he just genuinely stinks, and it's really hard to tell someone they stink when.
But why does he
he's done
still
nothing,
stink
like-
after a shower?
No, he's saying they put the stinky top back on.
No, and he. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
When he's had his shower, even if he showers, he puts the top on. So just being like, when you've worked out, you're not smelling your freshest. You've obviously had a very good workout.
You obviously. The thing is, the
You need a
difference.
clean top on.
I think the difference here, which maybe we can't
I tell
relate.
you all the time when you got.
This is what I was going to say. I think why we can't relate to this is because in my house, my kids and my wife doesn't have that much respect for me. So if I stink so much as the tiniest bit, I'm going to hear it 5 times over. Even
in
Maddie's
the
gonna
morning
let
when
me
he
know.
started talking, she goes, "Oh, your breath stinks."
Oh, your breath stinks. Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, I'm not getting away with it in my house. So
No.
you obviously have a lot of respect for your dad, which is brilliant. Okay. But Sarah's thinking, just tell him he stinks. That's what we do.
Yeah, I because it's a.
Can you just
reason
make a
for
joke
it.
of it? Just
Y-
like, woo.
Yeah, like,
it doesn't need
It's
to be like a
in
sit down
in
thing,
the
does it?
morning, like when you've just woke up, a little bit morning breath. It's not bad. Like everyone wakes up with a little bit morning breath, so you're telling them. And then if you've worked out and you've got BO, like sometimes I'll joke, "Oh, long day in the office, babe," and you'll go, "Oh, yeah, I think do I smell a little bit?" Like, yeah, a little bit. Like there's a reason for it. It's not like I'm just like midday and you just like.
Existing. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a reason. So you say, like, you've been to the gym. You're obviously clearly working out a lot.
Yeah,
So
I
there's a
don't think it
there's
needs
a
to be
good
like
enough
I don't think
reason.
you need to like sit him down on a 1-to-1 thing of like, there's
Yeah.
something I really need to talk to you about. It needs to be more like a passing comment, like, woo, you guys had a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
workout.
Yeah,
Jeez,
that's
I
what
can
I'm
smell you
saying,
from
like-
over here.
Or just give the art.
Big
Just
stinky.
throw him the arse shape, like, you need a bit of this, babes. Like, or dad, not dad, not
Yeah.
babes. But
And then if it persists, then maybe you do need to just be like, look, I don't want to be one to tell you, but you got a bit of a BO.
yeah.
Right, so next
Favourite
up, we've got
comments.
favourite comments from...
Oh,
okay,
whatever.
so is this our favourite comment or is this top comment?
Oh, just a comment, not top
Didn't-
comment.
it
sorry.
wasn't.
Just
Did
a.
it have any likes on this
And a
comment?
comment that Will liked.
One
Got
like.
one like.
That was me. So the comment is from Holly. Thank you very much, Holly, for trying. Don't worry, Joel. You're just as entertaining as Sarah.
You are. You actually are.
The way that you're saying it makes
Yeah.
me think that maybe you don't think
Well,
it.
people don't think you are. But I'm just saying, you are.
Well,
It's
thank you,
okay.
Holly, and the one person who liked that comment. That was brilliant. That's made my day.
Oh, come on. You're cute. Not funny.
Do you
but
want to
cute.
swap me out for someone else?
Yeah.
Who?
Someone
Who would
funny.
you? Who would be your? Why are we holding hands weirdly? Who would be your dream co-host?
Will Farrell.
Will Ferrell.
He'll be funny.
Okay, brilliant.
I don't know. You just come to mind because we watched Step Brothers last night.
Oh, I love that film.
Or
Right,
the night
anyway,
before.
that's
We
all
did
we
watch it
got
last
time
night.
for today. We're gonna have to go. Thank you so much, guys. Please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to that 100k.
Merry Christmas.
Very cool. Oh god. Oh god. Right, we're gonna end it there. Make sure you check us out on TikTok too. See you later, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you next Tuesday.